Well, hello. What can I help you with today?
Some kind of big conspiracy.
LAPD, ma'am.
I hope I haven't done anything wrong.
No, ma'am. We're making some inquiries about Julia Randall. Does she work here?
No, I had to let her go. Is she in some sort of trouble?
She was found dead this morning.
Yeah.
How long had Julia worked as a model?
Well, she worked in New York before coming here.
Really want to get
She was a very
new cooler
beautiful
that
girl.
works a bit better. She's looking straight at me, not looking around, not making like ticks or anything, so that's the
Could
truth.
you tell us why you let Miss Randall go?
Husbands sometimes come in here with their wives. When Julia Randall modeled, the husbands were often more interested in her than they were their wives' dresses. The wives weren't happy, and neither was I.
Did she have any close friends here?
Actually, yes. Heather Swanson. Would you like to speak with her?
I'd like that very much. Please don't inform her about Miss Randall's death.
Very well, officer. Heather, these gentlemen are from the LAPD.
I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. I understand that you worked with Julia Randall, Miss Swanson?
Yes. Julia
That
has
seems
a
like
job here.
really low temps.
She's not in any kind of trouble, is she?
She's a hellraiser, isn't she? Lives a fast life.
Oh, no. Maybe Mrs. Stanley would call her that, but I wouldn't. She's full of life, wonderful company.
That's a lovely engagement ring.
Do you like it? Henry gave it to
I'm
me.
very interested in engagement rings. Do you mind if I take a closer look?
Yeah.
That's some pearl, Miss Swanson. Would have cost Henry a fortune. He must really love you.
Let's see.
How did you meet Julia?
I was introduced through my fiancé, Henry Arnett.
Henry is your beau. Tell us about it.
Yeah,
Yes, he is.
70 and 80s are
Henry
quite
has
normal.
a fashion business. He and Julia have been friends for years.
Are Miss Randall and Mr. Henderson engaged?
Who's he?
Looking straight at us with no...
She was wearing a sapphire engagement ring. Someone must have given it to her.
She never mentioned a man named Henderson to me.
That's all for now, Miss Swanson. Could you ask your fiancé to visit Hollywood Police Station? It would be very helpful to our inquiry.
Now, wait a moment. I don't think I'll pass on that message until you tell me why you're asking all these questions.
Julia Randall was found dead this morning.
What? Oh, no. I can't believe it. She was so full of life.
What was my graphics card again?
Can you drive to this one?
Where are we going?
I think it was Inno something.
Nice
In a
move
3D?
not telling old Sweet Lips in there about her friend taking the big jump till we were half out the door. Very slick.
I figured we'd get more out of her.
Probably
that way.
like
You're
actually
learning,
add it
Phelps.
so I can remember
Make
next
a
time.
vice cop out of you yet.
And I think there's 3 fans on it. Like the GPU at the moment is 45 degrees Celsius. So it's just my CPU that's the issue. Or has an issue. Well, mine takes up 2, but like the width of it, like or height, whatever you call it, is like 3. Oh, so that's just the way out. Okay, so I have to take the elevator.
I swear, if we locked up every doctor in this town, Vice would be able to work half days.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because like, shouldn't it be quite cold? 505. Dr. Stoneman.
Stoneman, office 505.
Or the one that has a golden handle. Yeah, 2x8, I think.
Yes, sir, your name?
LAPD. We'd like to see Dr. Stoneman.
Dr. Stoneman is with a patient. Would you like to wait?
No, we wouldn't. Tell him we want to see him now.
There's no need to be rude.
Save it, sister.
Dr. Stoneman, I have some gentlemen from the LAPD here to see you.
Send them in, please. I'll see this patient again after they've left.
Your investigation is much more important than my sciatica. I'm just in pain.
Dr. Stoneman, we are investigating the death of one of your patients, Julia Randall.
Yeah, so it doesn't use as much power.
Do you mind if we ask you some questions about Ms. Randall?
Yeah,
It doesn't compromise doctor-patient privilege, Detective.
probably get a new power supply if I were to do that. I only have it in
How well did you know
850.
Ms. Randall?
Barely at all. She'd only been a patient 6 months or so.
What do you think? He's looking away once in a while. What do we have about morphine, possible suicide? The suspects, smoking pills, prescriptions. Oh, yes, 47 at the moment. So that's
Julia Randall has been your patient for nearly a year. I'm sure you know that.
Do you doubt my veracity, Detective? Do you have access to my patient records?
yeah. I think my CPU does draw quite a bit.
Prescriptions contradict you, Doctor.
Miss Randall was in the fashion business, as you probably know. She was jumped up on Benzedrine by day and knocked down by sleeping pills at night. I told her to slow up, but no. Life was too short for her.
And you supplied the prescription for the Benzedrine.
It's not illegal, Detective. A lot of young women in her line of work use it for weight loss.
You wrote Julia Randall a prescription for Benzedrine. How can you account for that?
Miss Randall
No,
was in the
I don't- I
fashion
like-
business. She wanted to control her
I
weight.
don't know, but I feel like there's something regarding the FPS because I thought I had 60 FPS before and I only have 30.
Benzedrine is addictive, as I'm sure you know, Doctor.
As I warned her, but she was determined. She said she needed it to control her appetite.
Sounds like you knew her pretty well.
I knew the line of work she was involved in.
That'll be all for now, Dr. Stoneman. We'll be in touch.
Do we have a phone in here? Yeah, of course.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Messages, please.
Yes, Detective. The coroner's been asking to speak to you. I can connect the call if you like.
Please, thank you.
Well, it's been raining and snowing today here.
Can you get over here? I just finished the autopsy.
Sure thing, Mal. We'll be right over.
40 miles an hour or... That's quite windy then. I don't think... Well, of course we use kilometers. But... Yeah. Well, let me just check. Oh, it's meters per second. I think. Ah, okay, yeah, I see. So yeah, okay. I see. Like I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, that is quite windy.
Old boy's lying.
About what?
I don't know. He looked relieved when you said she was
Yeah.
dead. That's a strange reaction
And
after the death of a young patient.
that is like on the scale of thing we have here.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Out of 12, then it's like an 8.
Have you noticed how croakers only pull out the physician's patient privilege card when they got
Where
something
like
to
12
hide?
would be
There are
like
certain
a
things
hurricane,
people have a right to keep private.
Until it gets in the way of police
which
work.
would be
And it's only private when it suits 'em.
32 meters per second or 112 kilometers an hour.
In a heartbeat.
The heck?
Oh shit.
I'm gonna kiss you. I love you, man.
Call me, Roy. I have some information for you.
Happy birthday.
You're the only person who's
The bruise confirms 2 sets of hands, so we have 2 killings. Death was caused by heart failure due to an overdose of morphine.
Have you dragged us down here to gloat? We already heard your theory.
Happy birthday to I have something else to show you.
All right, now, what gives?
The dead guy's name is Jimmy LeBlanc. Came in this morning. Someone stove his head in with a lump of 2x4.
So what? Good riddance.
I found 2 syrettes in his jacket pocket.
Wow.
Hang on a minute, Roy. We're listening now. No sign of morphine use and no metabolized morphine in his blood. Scratch marks on his face.
Which could be from getting
Loud.
his head remodeled.
Time of death, Mal. Maybe an hour or 2 after the Randall girl.
Unreal Engine
So you're
5.0
saying
is here.
Laughing
Bigger
Boy
worlds,
here could be
bigger
one of our
stories, more
killers?
Unreal. The next generation of Unreal Engine is now available. Download
Thanks, Mal. We'll
download
check it
today.
out. I found something else.
Uh-huh. A piece of 2x4.
Sorry, I don't play. I don't know if it's significant. His wallet was empty. The only other things he was carrying were the harmonica and the morphine.
Monica.
Carruthers. Yeah, he's here. I'll send him over.
Police station we go.
They have a guy called Henry Arnett in interview 2 for you next door. Let me know how you get on.
Sure, Mal. And thanks for the lead.
Sure, Mal. Thanks for the lead.
He does like it. So, we are very close to the end of this game. I think there was like
You look like you were a big pain in the neck.
40 some missions, and we are like on the 7th one now.
He's only a writer.
Let's see.
Arnett is in interview 2, Phelps.
Interview 2.
Go help him get whatever it is off his chest.
Mr. Arnett, I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. Thanks for coming in.
Call me Henry. It's the least I could do. Terrible news about Julia.
Relationship with victim.
How well did you know Julia Randall?
Vaguely. I'm in the clothing business, and Julia occasionally modeled for me.
I'm gonna doubt to that.
He's asking whether you banged her in a chuck-on-the-shoulder fraternity kind of way.
I'm engaged to be married. It wouldn't be polite.
Answer the question.
This will remain
The door is
private.
open.
Heather won't have to know? Yes. We had relations.